A lot of my work is participatory design. I work a lot with children and families. Like, to me, like, that's where the ideas come in. That's where a lot of the creativity comes. And in participatory design, with my advisor, Allison Druin, focusing on working with children as actually equal design partners, working with them and their families to think about ways in which they can actually make an effect on the design. So to think about these notions of co-design with the adults and children, we have to actually level the playing field. And how do we actually level the playing field? A lot of it is focused on techniques and methods. So in a paper I wrote for Kai a while ago, we have adults and children, right? It's very easy for adults to just take over. It's very easy for children not to talk. So we got to come up with techniques. We have to come up with ways in which we don't just ask kids, just design. It doesn't really work like that. You actually have to build solid techniques that allow children. So oftentimes some of them are just low-tech paper prototyping. Some of them are actually acting it out, skill sets and ways in which adults go down, children rise up, and to build artifacts and get us to think, like, what are these ideas telling us about the design? So this one right here was designing for new gestures for Connect. How do kids actually come up with this? So we gave her a prop, and she was sort of showing, like, oh, I can show you what a train would look like in this gesture. Also, children actually initiating leading co-design. This is, how do they actually get involved? And actually not just following the lead of the adults, but actually taking over, really thinking about ways in which I can actually lead this initiative. Working with adolescents. Adolescents are one of the hardest groups to work with. I applaud people who work with teens, because they're really hard at thinking about ways in which you actually involve them in the co-design process. And so co-design really just doesn't support active participatory cultures. It actually benefits the adults. When I'm there with the kids, when we actually work with the children, there's a lot going on in the ideas and the creation and thinking about ways to understand what is it about this community and their needs and their values that we have to go for. And so, but there's dilemmas and challenges as I wrap up.